Hello everyone. Today I'm in downtown Birmingham at the corner of Bates and Martin. We're at Tallulah's. So come with me as I enjoy some fine wine and some fine food. Mindy, thank you so much for sharing your table today with us.
Well, thank you, Chef Tom, for coming.
Tallulah's. All I know about Tallulah's is Tallulah Bankhead.
Well, Tallulah was named, actually, my grandfather called me Tallulah when I was a child, and he was very dear to my heart. And I thought, what a great name for a restaurant. And yes, it was Tallulah Bankhead that he
So you were kind of rowdy.
I was a little rowdy.
How long have you been here, and what made you open up here?
Well, we've been here for a little more than a year. We opened in February of 2010. I am new to Michigan in the last few years and absolutely loved Birmingham. Just felt like it would be a great spot to have a neighborhood place.
Now, the fantastic food that Chef Kyle created, you took part in building that menu, didn't you?
Absolutely. Chef Kyle has done a wonderful job of taking dishes that were in my head and putting them into real form. Exactly.
Enjoy, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Kyle.
One of the popular dishes at Tallulah's is hanger steak with heirloom mushrooms. A cut of hanger steak is placed on top of the grill for 3 to 4 minutes with occasional turning. Hanger steak comes from the underside of the beef cow and are known for the rich flavor. While the steak cooks, Chef cuts off a bunch of white clamshell Elba mushrooms to heat up in a pan. Once the mushrooms are done, a salt-roasted baked potato is set aside. The steak is removed from the grill and sliced on an angle, revealing perfectly cooked cuts with minimal sear on the outside. Plating begins as the baked potato is cut open. Strips of steak are added. A house-made balsamic vinaigrette demi-glace is ladled alongside. A sour cream sauce is added to the potato, and fresh chives are sprinkled on top. This exceptional dish is complete as the heirloom mushrooms are layered over the cuts of the hanger steak.
Comes out very, very tender, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
You've got one of the largest wine lists around.
Yes, we do. I'm very proud of our wine list. We have about 170 wines by the bottle and 60 by the glass. We also have a retail store and tasting room next door, Tallulah 2, where we sell all of our wines and do tastings on the weekends.
Now, you source a lot of your product locally, don't you?
Yes, we do. We source as much product locally as we possibly can. The trout that you're about to eat is Michigan trout.
Lake Superior.
Absolutely.
A terrific warm weather dish at Tallulah's is pan-seared lake trout. Chef starts off with a pair of 3 to 4 ounce steaks cut from Lake Superior lake trout. Sea salt is sprinkled on top, and the thick portions have been wrapped and stuffed with Meyer lemon and fresh thyme. Oil is added to the sauté pan, heated, and the lake trout is placed into it. Each piece is cooked until they are browned on each side. And once finished, they are set aside. A mix made up of locally grown greens with blood oranges and bits of fennel are mounded onto the plate. The pieces of trout are added. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil takes this summer dish right to completion.
I really love, the full flavor of the trout.
The trout's beautiful.
It's
my favorite.
Your concept, everyone talks about restaurant concepts. You've got a totally different approach because you're in a little neighborhood here, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We very much have a neighborhood feel. One of the things that I love is that at our bar, any night you may have people that are in their 20s or people that are in their 80s, and they're carrying on a conversation and feeling quite at home.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I'm going to. The Meyer lemon in the ricotta gnocchi.
It's great.
And you make it in-house.
House-made ricotta gnocchi starts off being heated in a pan. A pinch of salt gets tossed in. As the gnocchi heats up, fresh green peas are added. Flavor is enhanced with the juice squeezed from a lemon. All the contents continue to sear as they get flipped a few times. A light brown crust forms on the edges of the pasta. Butter is added to form a rich coating on the outside of the ingredients. Fresh mint is sprinkled on just before plating. Michigan baby carrots are placed on the side along with a garnish of fresh greens. A piece of sliced lemon tops off this scrumptious dish.
What I like about the gnocchi is that not just the Meyer lemon, but the combination with the fresh mint.
Yes. Mindy, we've talked about a lot of things about the restaurant here, but it's so bright and the decor, to me, is unique, especially some of the couple of pieces you have here.
With the restaurant, I wanted it to feel like you were going into somebody's home, that it was like going to a fun dinner party as opposed to going out to a dinner. And there are a couple of pieces in the restaurant that mean a lot to me. Actually, the first one is the photograph on the wall by the bar, which is a black and white photograph of a girl with tattoos who actually happens to be my oldest daughter. And I'm proud to have her hanging on the wall.
There you go.
And then the second piece that is equally as important is the grapevine that hangs over our community table. The restaurant was supposed to open in early January, and when we weren't opening on time, my husband and I went out to St. Helena and to our little place, and we looked out at the vineyard, and we had a few Sangiovese vines that needed to come out, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, what a great thing for the restaurant. So we cut one down and rolled it up and put it in a wardrobe box and UPS'd it home. And
kidnapped it and brought it back to Michigan.
And it's hanging on the wall. And it's a great piece because it originally, if you look at the vine, originally it was a Cabernet vine and it was grafted over to Sangiovese, and there's just a lot of history to it.
You can see at the stem.
Absolutely.
Mindy, you've done a great job. You're involved in the community. You're the nice classical European bistro right in the neighborhood.
Well, thank you.
And I want to thank you again today.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Thank you, Chef Tom.
You're very welcome. And thank all of you for joining us today here at Tallulah's, right on Bates, downtown Birmingham. And for more information on this restaurant and others, join us at dininginthed.com. Cheers.
Cheers.
Today I'm privileged to have two sommeliers with me. Our good friend of the show, Michael Schaefer, the wine counselor.
Nice to see you, Chef Tom.
Good to see you again. And the in-house sommelier for Tallulah's, Antoine.
Chef, nice
Pleased to meet you. Tell everybody why they need to meet Antoine.
Well, Chef, the reason they want to meet Antoine is because he's the go-to guy here. He can help you negotiate and navigate the list, and he's the man you want to talk to.
Antoine, tell them what your job is here, man. Make it easy, take the intimidation factor away from them.
Well, wine can be very intimidating, so what we try to do here is make it a little more approachable. The easiest way for me to do my job is to bring somebody a taste of wine and figure out whether they want to go lighter, sweeter, heavier, drier, and then figure out what they're having for dinner.
A very good note of a good wine house, as Michael, you've mentioned earlier on other shows, ask for a taste.
Exactly, always ask for a taste.
When I come to Tallulah's and you're helping me out, if I pick an entree, will you be kind enough to pair that entree with a wine?
Would love to. We actually, in our menu, offer both classic and avant-garde pairing, something a little different or something that would take you back to the region where the dish is from.
There's value added for coming to Tallulah's.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your help today.
Thank you, Chef.